Hello. So I'm making this video to let you know I open up a new channel where I will be hopefully discussing with some of you or with a lot of you about energy in life in general. I'm not talking about the power in outlets at homes and elsewhere we have. I'm not talking about fuels. I'm talking about energy. A lot of people say energies. I won't use that because there's really only one energy and different perceptions of that one energy, which causes people to think that there are many energies, in place throughout our lives and beyond. If you believe that, or if you understand that concept. So that's why I'm making this video to sort of introduce myself, not personally, but through the subject of energy, how we understand ourselves, how we understand our self, and the energy that creates and animates this self. So my wish is that I would get people on to my channel who would possibly challenge me, ask questions, not because I'm the smartest guy alive, but because it opens up a dialogue, and when the dialogue is open, it is so much easier to convey a whole lot of information contained within myself out into the world, pass it out to you, because the energy is flowing back and forth. Because if I just talk to the camera itself, I can explain quite a few things, but when somebody asks a question and we get into it, then I have a receptor, I have a receiver on the other side, and that energy is alive. Not like right now, because you could be watching this video at any given time, which means I'm already away from it and you just got on it. So, but in that other, in that other way where we can actually communicate in live through live streaming also, it is much easier, because when you think of things and I think of things and I bring things up and you bring things up and we discuss things, that's when energy flows. And that's when there's no stopping. There is no, it just kind of comes out, if you know what I'm saying. Especially, okay, all right. So it comes out also, I have to say that if both parties truly listen to each other and pay attention, because when you pay attention, you give energy to the other party, which means the other party is able to receive the energy, and that energy multiplies within and brings up more ideas, more thoughts, and the discussion becomes alive. It takes life of its own. It takes on life of its own, and leads wherever it needs to lead us with this message, so that we could better understand, not through a cliche-ish or cliche-ic, or however you want to say that, religious sayings, because New Age thoughts, New Age ideas, positive vibes, negative vibes, this, that, prosperity, abundance, peace, it's just a concept. It doesn't mean it's real. It's a concept. Then most of the time sounds nice. Is it true? Not necessarily. And as we will open up this discussion, we'll realize that it's actually not as real as it appears. But nonetheless, it does sound very appealing, and that's also the whole point. So I want to open up these discussions. I want to invite people to come and ask questions, make comments, but don't be an asshole. Just let yourself, give yourself time, give yourself a chance to understand these things. Give yourself an opportunity. Don't just make conclusions, because you have to understand that the things we will discuss here are not the things you hear every day online through all sorts of people who are quote unquote inspiring, right? I will not be passing out milk and honey. I want to pass out real knowledge. I want to pass out some things out into the world and to all of you, something that will really, really change your life in the sense of your perception. You will start perceiving events, you will start perceiving life in general, and how people live and how they procreate, how they get jobs, how they function in the world. You will start seeing all that with totally different eyes. I promise you that. So hit me up if you have ideas. If you have a podcast and you want to invite me, I'm more than confident I can appear and be respectful and also give you a nice portion of information on the subject. We can discuss a whole lot of things, but you have to understand these topics that lead onwards outside the concept of energy, could be touchy, could be very sensitive. A lot of people get offended, and sometimes we're not in control of when people get offended and what for, because it also has to do a whole lot with their own perception of what you may be saying or what things that you say may actually mean. Not that they mean that, or not that you are saying that, but the perception of a person, of a receptor or receiver, may turn things in that fashion to perceive them that way. All right, well, I won't be any longer, so welcome to my channel. This is just the beginning.